I'm Don McElvaney. I'm the president of the Asian Pacific Children's Fund. The film you're about to see is about children, street children and orphans in Bali, Indonesia. Children who basically have had no hope and no future. But today they do have hope. They do have a future. They have dreams, and we're going to talk about those dreams in this film.
For many people, their whole view of Bali is that it's an incredible paradise. It's kind of this exotic Asian culture. If you come as a tourist, you only see what the tourist world has to offer. People say, oh, it must be nice living in a paradise. There's two worlds that exist in a very small location. On one side of things you have kings and queens, and on the other side you have little kids who are just about ready to die. I think I have a different perspective of Bali. I mean, literally behind the five-star hotels, you've got little kids that aren't educated, that are sick, that are begging for money on the streets. The reality of the Balinese people and Indonesians at large is that they live in a poverty-type level of existence. And so the reality of kids going to bed hungry, the reality of kids going to bed sick, the reality of kids going to bed without a roof over their head, that's the reality that we're involved with because we see it. That's what we work with. That's what we engage with.
I remember meeting the street kids. They would come in these packs of kids. These are like 6-year-old kids that just called me every name in the book.
They're barely eking out an existence.
It's survival on the streets for them. You see people who are on the brink of total poverty, and so the kids have a few options. They can go to the street to beg, they can turn to prostitution, or they can turn to some sort of illegal business, which is selling drugs or being in a part of the prostitution. That's pretty much it. Those are their options.
The majority of people don't even recognize that they exist. It's not right out in the open. It's not in the, it's not right there in front of you. It's in the little nooks and the crannies and the dark places that most people don't want to go because it's dirty, it's smelly, it's uncivilized. Every time I walk these alleys, I always remember those times before when I would come out late at night. It was with the prostitution and the pimps. At the end of the day, those guys didn't want to change. It was kind of like a light bulb went off in my head in the sense that I realized if somebody had reached these guys and the girls, if somebody had reached them when they were children, to mentor them and to guide them, they wouldn't be living the lives they were. Education is really the only way out for the kids. My vision is to see these kids grow, and I really love these kids and I'm committed to them. I think that's why I continually come back, because I believe in believing in those kids. I believe in seeing them changed and become whole people, healed from their pasts. Tina is unlike every other Indonesian I've ever met. She's so solid in what she believes. She's so committed to the vision and the passion that's in her heart. She's so faithful to carry that out regardless of the difficulties.
My name is Agustina, but they call me Tina. live in Bali.
For her, I mean, it's more than a job in that when she grew up from a completely broken family. And she knew all the pain of growing up on the streets, basically living by herself, no family to really connect with, no family to take care of her or protect her. Experienced all of that coming back full circle into what her life was really healed.
That's the place to prepare the food for the children in the morning and for the lunch and then for the dinner.
That enabled her to go back and with a lot more understanding of the street kids and their backgrounds and their family turmoil and situations. When everything falls apart, she just keeps going, keeps trucking, keeps fighting for the kids. She's so faithful in what she's been called to do. Tina's solid as a rock. And her vision, and her commitment, and her love for the kids. Tina's vision is really simple. Her vision is to see the orphanage running successfully. It's to have a school.
I want to build my orphanage here and the school if God allow it.
We've always wanted to have our own medical clinic where we could treat the street kids, the families, and the parents who don't receive that kind of care. To facilitate all of that, we'd love to have our own land where we can see those dreams come about. Tina has prayed for land for many years.
I just trust God. If God want me to have a land in Kuta, He will prepare even expensive because money is nothing in God. I just trust Him.
Those are the specifics of how it lays out, but the whole vision really is just to see these kids restored, to see them given back what was either taken from them or what they never had. Where were the kids headed before they came here? Nowhere. Just living their day-to-day existence, trying to find food, hoping to not get beaten by their parents or parent. No dreams, no plans.
And the only way of getting out of that, escaping that, honestly, it is education. It really is education.
When they come into the home, that's the first time they ever asked, so what do you want to be? What do you want to become? And they've never thought of that. What do I want to be? What do I want to become? Coming from a background where they don't dream, they're not able to dream, our biggest challenge is to open up that world to them. This place really exists to raise up the new leaders of the next generation, both here in Bali and Indonesia, and even beyond that. It fosters an environment for dreams.
My dream is just to focus for my children, to help them to find their dream.
Jadi guru TK. Saya mau jadi penyanyi.
Really and truly, they can do anything. Sky's the limit.
Saya mau jadi, cita-citanya mau jadi dokter hewan. Jadi surfing.
Now what happens if 25 kids come back with that same drive and purpose and vision?
Cita-citanya mau jadi dokter. Ya, nanti saya mau jadi guru. Saya cita-cita menjadi polisi. Cita-cita jadi guru. Cita-citanya jadi guru atau dokter hewan.
Whether they become a doctor or they become a lawyer or they become a nurse or a pilot or the president of Indonesia, once that world's open, anything's possible.
I want the children let them to choose their free their dream. So no one can push them and say, oh, you can't do that, you can't do this, you must do this. No, but let them choose what they want to be. Like a bird is free and they can be whatever they want to be.
It just needs people to come alongside and say, you know what, I believe in you, and you can be whatever you want to be.
Now you know more about the children of Bali. You know where they've come from and where they can go. We would encourage you to take action. Spend some time on our website, AsianPacificChildren'sFund.org, and learn more about us and what you can do. We need your help. Would you join in with us today?